Have you ever noticed when you start taking out all the things that you don't want to tolerate anymore, your vibration starts to rise? You start to be connected to who you are as a state of being. This means that you're taking away all the things that don't need to be within your reality. You're canceling out and reciprocating the energy that God's source energy and the great I am wants you to reciprocate. This means that you're connecting into a higher vibration. And so when you're connecting into a higher vibration, your bliss can never be disturbed. This means that you're in inseparability with your congruence with who you are. This means that you're the light bearer. This means that you're someone that taps into that divine masculine energy of wanting to be the protector spirit. And so, whenever you're doing that, you're not being the destroyer spirit. So, this is what you do when you're breaking into the connection of being a non dual essence. So this means that a lot of us feel like we have to like break through the matrix, but we don't have to do that. But we can really connect into the energy of embrace, authenticity, acceptance, and a transcendence beyond our own personal biases. Any personal bias that we have, we transcend that. We transcend what feels can't be transcended. So this is beautiful when we're tapping into this work is that no matter what you do, you are divine. Remember this. No matter what you do, no matter who you are made of the divine essence of source. So there's something within that. I'm trying to figure out where I put my cup at. It's behind me. So um, it's as simple as like, what is your preference? It's like I prefer coffee in the morning. Some people prefer matcha in the morning. Just because I prefer that, and like when I wake up, um, I don't really have any reason to look over my shoulder. Your whole life, you can feel like you're going somewhere and go nowhere. If you have a clear vision of like where you want to go, what you want to do, the person that you want to become in that moment, that connection that you want to bring, no matter who you are in this moment, I want you to know that you can break the addiction of being the lower self. You can break that addiction. And once you're able to break that addiction, that's something that is very fluent. This means that you have the ability to be influential, persuade, to be very personable and relatable to other people. But power doesn't have to have power over a group of people. It is just loving and forgiving and connected to whoever it needs to be connected to. So when people say that they have power, I don't think it's always that. I think it's more so that they feel like they have to imagine that power. No, empower yourself today and see that the lack of awareness towards empowerment is very vast. This means that we have people that feel like they're doing the work, they feel like they're trying to do something, but then they don't go after it, or they don't listen to the wisdom that's attached to it, or they think that they know spirituality, but they haven't really fully integrated it yet. And it means that you have to live it, breathe it, and exist in it. This means that like it can't just be something that you do, it has to be something that you actually live out. So I want all of you to kind of like come to this subtle recognition that when you are tapping into your spirituality, it's something that you absolutely are and do and connect to. Okay. So it's not something that you just like do on Sunday. It's kind of like, you know, um, and I'm not saying that people have to be like crazy, like you have to like do ayahuasca ceremonies, you have to like jump out of a plane. I'm not saying that you have to do any of those things. I'm just saying like enlightenment brings excitement and adventure and the manifestation of the dreamer. And so that autonomous knowledge that channels from itself, to give yourself autonomy is to give yourself the permission slip of saying that I am connected to my state of being, that I am connected to my state of resonance and congruence with who I am. And when you just want to collapse anything that is a false representation of who you are, this means that you collapse the towers. So the tower that moment that you're having, the towers are crashing down and breaking apart and severing. The penance of like feeling like you have to pay a severance in this world. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel like they're paying uh like penance here, and it's so funny. It's like people in spirituality feel like they're still condemned, or people in Christianity still feel like they're condemned, or people in other like denominations and stuff like that, like in different like walks of life. But you're not condemned. That's what I want you guys to recognize, is that you're not looking for a savior. You are already saved and forgiven and delivered from whatever you've done. You're not having to do transcendence and repeat shadow work and like be performative in spirituality and just say the right thing instead of saying what is completely fucking honest. Like, I don't sugarcoat nothing on my lives. I don't sugarcoat anything on my fucking videos, because that's not being honest with people. That's just like coddling people, and I don't want to do that. What I want to do is be true to you guys. That's the only thing that I can be, is that. And I think you guys know this, and I think you guys respect it, because that's being genuine in spirituality. Now, there's a time and place for tough love. There's a time and place for gentleness. There's a time and place to be like emotional and tapping into emotional sensibility with another person. Sense and sensibility gives you the ability to be a great teacher, because, and I'm here to tell you that every time that I think of myself, I think of the tarot card, the teacher. So I tell that to a lot of people, and I say that you're going to receive harsh reflections and heal and transcend in the journey. It's just a part of it. Live different sets of lives and experience truths. And also, but once you tap into like living from the open windows of heaven, having the doors of heaven laid at your feet, that's a powerful notion to live by. Okay, that's a very powerful notion to live by, because um, of the connection that source can bring within you. And so what I want to get across with this message is like, a lot of people do different things. You're a reader, you do wands, you do, candle work, and no, not all witchcraft is bad witchcraft. Not all like enlightenment teachings are the ones you should be following, right? I take from a lot of like Buddhist scriptures. I take a lot from the Bible. I take like lots from books that I've read on spirituality, but I had to apply it in my own way. I had to do my gifting and find out what my gifting really means in my own way, or else I wasn't going to find my way as an ascended master. I wasn't going to be able to be the person that I was needing to be. And so you have to be your own individual and know that when you're on the path, that there's no going back. This path chose you. There's no going the fuck back. There's just isn't. Okay. And a lot of people are turned off by this because of, sometimes because of like, when you're in a high vibration, there's going to be challengers, there's going to be demons, there's going to be like people that try to throw you off, or circumstances that try to throw you off. But not everything that happens to you is bad. It's actually showing you like, are you going to hold true to who you are? Are you going to hold fast? Are you going to like remain in that bliss and that calm and be the calm before the storm? Are you going to be that? That's the testament there. That's the real test there. And uh, like, at the end of the day, we're all divine. We're all connected to who we are. And a lot of people feel like quantum physics. I mean, like on Star Trek, like 20 years ago, they talked about quantum physics, and they were not even really doing that. They were developing it, but it's like everything that you see happens. Time travel, uh, people like walking through walls, like in Harry Potter. Like everything is real. We don't think it is, but it is. It's not make believe. You don't have to watch conspiracy theories documentaries, all the time and to get your knowledge, but like you can't see everything as an expression of source. You can see everything as an expression of God if you choose to look at it that way.